Hey guys, welcome. I always like to start just a few minutes early to give you guys time to get in. Should be a good evening. Let me make sure we are going to come in. Let's see, 7:59, almost time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just waiting a few minutes for everybody to get here. Hi guys. Hi Trish. Welcome. This is the first time I've actually brushed my hair and put on makeup all week. Sometimes I forget, like, I'm actually human and kind of, and I can actually brush my hair and leave the house, which I haven't done a lot of lately. Hopefully, all right, let's see if this is, welcome, welcome. Give people a chance to get in here. I'm going to get my questions open for the night. All right, let's see. It says live now. Cool. Let me stop it. Ooh, I wonder if I stop it there, if it stops it here. I better not. Oh, awesome. That's great. All right. I'm going to just post the link. Hi, guys. Come on in. Welcome. If you want to send me a question, just email it to info@jtp.life with QA in the subject line. Join me now. I'm live. You guys, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button below so you will get my. All right. Hi, Shorty. Oh, you're watching it work. Shame, shame, shame. All right. I think we are where we need to be. Yes. Okay. Well, welcome to September 26, 2017 live session. Awesome, Shorty. It's been a while. That'd be great. Hi, Brianna. Welcome. Welcome to everybody. It's actually been a hard week. I was laying here last night, and there are moments in this whole process. If you haven't watched my special edition video, please make sure you do. It'll explain everything. But needless to say, the last 4 months, let's see, May, June, July, August, and almost 5 months, October 8th, have been pretty difficult. And I won't even say they haven't. And there are certain moments like last night where, I was getting ready to go to bed. And it's funny because ever since my big shift in energy in May, hi, Crystal, I haven't been able to hear Evan or the boys, as I call my guides, like in my head. And last night, I was really having a moment. I was really, I don't know if I want to call it like sad or what you would call it, but I was feeling very frustrated. Oh, hey, that's awesome. I think it's Adrian. That's a video near the end is especially the best part, actually. So if you get a chance, go back and watch the last part of it. It's, I notice when I watch my replays that I play with my hair a lot. Usually it's because I'm kind of hot and I feel like my hair is sticking to my forehead. I'm not hot tonight, so that's okay. But it was really tough last night. And I thought, well, Jaden, my daughter, was out with friends. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go to bed. I joke around a lot with people, like when you're feeling homesick, you're feeling lonely. Remember when you were a kid and, you were at a friend's house, like for a sleepover, and all you could think about was going home. You didn't want to be there. And it's funny because if you just like dealt with it and went to bed, you'd wake up the next day, their mom would be in the kitchen making pancakes or whatever, and everything would feel normal in the light of day. So I've learned in this phase of my life, which has been, I will honestly say, the hardest. Hi, Herbalife girl. AZ. Um, but I found that it was, if I could just tough it out, it would get better the next morning. And I kind of use that rule of thumb now because, everything here is just hard. I literally spend my days just alone. I don't know anyone up here, and I don't really feel that social anyway. And I don't want to go and like make a bunch of friends and then, end up leaving. I do now know though when I will be back in Florida. Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Thrive right here. Great stuff. I love it. So if so basically, yeah, we will be, Jade and I will be back in Florida. I think her last day is the 5th or the 4th or 4th. It's next Wednesday anyway. So a week from tomorrow is her last day, and we will be packing up her apartment, closing everything down, and I get to come home. So I'm really excited about that. I looked at a job today in Anaheim, California. Some of you know I work in tech, so that would be kind of interesting. Oh, that's great. Wait, but Herbalife girl, I can't remember. I don't know your name on here. I love Leanne. She's amazing. Um, so last night, so I was telling you guys, so last night I was feeling really down. I don't know, it's just like a mixture of like the physical side. Oh, wonderful. It's a mixture of the physical side and just the isolation that I've had to go through, to be where I'm at right now and to accomplish what I'm doing. I think that I'm going through all this first to be able to help you guys. Because I have to tell you, definitely the hardest 5 months I have ever experienced in my life. And I've had some pretty hard ones. Um, I hope that you guys don't experience it like this. Brianna, maybe we could talk later. I mean, I don't know anything. It's working for Disney, so we'll see. I don't know if you guys are going to go through it to the extent that I am. I hope not. But if you are, I'm sure by the time I pull my head above water and get out of this, I'll be able to tell you guys what to do. So as I was laying in bed last night, I just, as clear as a bell, for the first time in 5 months, I heard Evan. And for those of you that don't know, Evan was my best friend, my co-host, my boyfriend at the time. And he passed away in 2014. And usually he's right in my head and driving me crazy. But on May 8th, and again, if you haven't seen my May 8th, go back and watch my special edition video. It was really quiet. So last night was the first night that I heard him. And it was funny because I was laying in my bed. I was really pissed off, just tired, just like, come on, something's got to give. I just want to go home and sleep in my own bed. It's in storage. And I had the lights off and everything. And he goes, go to YouTube. And I'm like, I don't want to go to YouTube. And he's like, Jamie, you always don't listen. Go to YouTube. And I remember laying here and I was like, all right, I'll tell you what. If I go to YouTube, it better be good. And it was interesting because I grabbed my phone and I opened up YouTube and I said, whatever the first thing is what I'm going to watch. And it was actually, the first thing I watched was a video. I don't think I posted it on my page, but it was really, really cool. It was all about, energy, who we are, dimensions, that kind of thing. I thought, all right. And it was actually very calming, very, very loving. It had some of the Jim Carrey's work in there. And then immediately after that, I felt like I wanted more because it did calm me down quite a lot. And that's where I found the butterfly effect video that I posted on my Facebook this morning. So if you haven't seen that, definitely take a minute and go watch it. And it's funny because in the butterfly effect video, and I believe this and taught this for a long time, that as we, every little move we make, my choice to wear a pink shirt tonight, I had a different shirt on earlier. And when I looked at the camera, I was like, no, I don't like the way it looked. It just didn't shine. So I changed my shirt. Now, something that small, somebody could be just going through YouTube and see a pink shirt and it just catches their eye. And then they watch this video and it changes their life. If you've had a reading with me, one of my favorite metaphors or examples is, well, not really, one of my favorite tools is I tell people to go to watch a movie called Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. Incredible movie. And it basically, the premise is she's coming down this escalator trying to get to the subway, and she's got her hand on the railing. And there's this little kid with a toy that's like riding the toy up the railing. And she basically picks her hand up and goes around the little girl. and she makes it to the subway. Then the screen kind of splits and they go into the other side. You'll see when you see the movie, it's amazing. And in this one, she doesn't pick her hand up and the little girl goes around her. And then they follow both paths all the way to the end of the movie. And it is so powerful and so compelling. So for many, many years, I've talked about, if a butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil, we feel the breeze here. But last night, as I watched that video that I posted on Facebook, I was really, really just impacted, that I'm here and I'm alone and I'm isolated. I don't even remember what regular life feels like. I mean, literally at all. Like, I don't know what it's like to go on a date anymore. I don't know what it's like to just go out with the girls and have fun. I have no idea. But I also know that as I lay here last night, there were two things that came to my mind. One, I thought, I'm not even lonely anymore. Like, literally, I don't feel that sense of overwhelming loneliness that I felt in the beginning. And the second thing is, as I lay in my bed, I thought, let go of the shore and float to the middle. Just like I taught all of you in my special edition video. Scroll down. It was a couple weeks ago. It was on a Wednesday. I remember that video. I tried to tell you guys as honestly as possible what was going on with me. But the reality is, as I lay here last night, I just envisioned myself, holding onto the shore and just letting go and floating to the center and just letting the universe, I guess, letting the universe do what needs to happen. And I know in my heart that everything I'm going through is for you. And I would do it 100 times over. When I became a mom, I remember thinking all my life, there isn't anything that I wouldn't do for my kids. After you have children, for those of you that have, there's a feeling that can't be explained, but there just isn't anything you wouldn't do. And it's funny because that's how I felt when I went to sleep last night, is that if I have to go through this to help you, whoever this is watching this video, even if you don't know me in human terms, you do in a spiritual term, in a spiritual sense. And that just keeps me going, and you'll see one day when you've been here, and you probably will be here. So a quick update on my special edition video, because we talked about that. We've talked about that in different ones. I love you too. As I did that video, there was a lot I didn't understand about what's happening to me. My humanity literally is just stripped away. And when I'm on this video and I see my reflection, I think, who is that? Who is that girl that you're all looking at? Because that is not who I see when I look in the mirror. Not that I'm down on myself, because I'm definitely not. But there is something to be said for understanding third dimension, fourth dimension, and fifth dimension energy. And please don't leave, just like stay here and hear this, because it's a sort of an addition through some readings that I've done recently. What I've learned is that we exist in a third dimensional reality, which means the physical side of who we are. The fear and the love are all third dimension. And that third dimension reality is very, very literal. Up and down, black and white, gravity versus non-gravity, life and death, like all of that is the human experience of third dimensional reality. Fourth dimension is what they are calling the filter or the cleanser in order to reach fifth dimension. Now, I'm learning just along with you guys, and you guys have all been amazing to send me, a lot, different things that have really helped make it all make sense. But at the end of the day, fifth dimension reality is where we are meant to be. It's and maybe even more than fifth. I don't know. I haven't even thought that far ahead. But what I do know is that you get to choose. And I really want this to like come in and get into your mind, get into your heart. Because what I've learned is really, it's for me groundbreaking. I'm not saying it's never been taught. I'm sure it has. But for me, this experience of isolation and loneliness, and I'm not even lonely anymore. Like, I worked through that. I used to feel so isolated 2 months ago when I first started talking with you guys live. I was going out of my head. I don't do that anymore. Pardon me. Time does not feel real anymore like it used to. my memory is not what it was. I just thought it was because of the change that I had in May, but I don't think so. I think that as you move out of that third dimensional reality, which we were all born into, most of us anyway, and you go to the fourth and the fifth dimension is when you're having these moments. I think sex, I think laughter, I think when we drink, or even people that have done certain, like DMT, I don't know much about it at all, but I know that we can reach fifth dimension. But here's the thing that I learned. You ready? It's a choice. Someone's asking me if they're blocked on my YouTube stream. No, nobody's blocked. I wish I could answer him. I feel bad. It's a choice to choose at moments in your life where you say, you know what, I'm going to get mad, or I'm going to get jealous, or I'm going to get upset. Third dimension reality. I'm going to love too much. These are all things that we do. I'm going to worry about every little human experience that I'm having. Release all of that. And I think that's what letting go means. I think it means releasing the bond to our third dimension reality, and instead saying yes to the fourth. Now, what I've learned is that the fourth dimension is a higher level. It is a higher vibration, and it has its great moments, but it's also flipping hard. It's lonely and it's exhausting. It's kind of like, girls, if you've ever had a facial, you know, the link doesn't automatically begin playing. Hit refresh. You know what, guys? I feel bad. Let me just answer him real quick. Stay right there with me. I'm assuming you guys. I am so sorry if I lost you guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know what just happened, but Brian, if you're watching this, I don't know the answer. You can write it in comments and somebody else might know. All right, where were we? Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and help you understand that as you go through this transition, no, I think I did that. I went to answer something, and buffering sometimes is just your connection. So if your connection's not great, listen, you guys, remember, you can always go back and watch this later. It'll always be archived. Yes, we're back. Sorry about that, you guys. I'm still learning the ins and outs of how this whole thing works. Anyway, so what I want to leave you with on the beginning part of this, and we're going to move to our questions, is it is a choice whether you want to stay in third dimension, move through fourth dimension to get to our fifth dimension reality. You can switch dimensions, and that sounds crazy, but I'm kind of used to sounding crazy. But it is a choice. It is a decision. I might change my mind on this. I don't know, but at the end of the day, this is what I'm learning, is that it is a choice. So as you are given opportunity, that's why I posted my video. If you haven't watched it, scroll down in my videos and watch how to repair, I think it says any relationship in 5 minutes or whatever. When you practice consciously aligning your vibration with your desires and what you want, the universe responds. So if you are at odds with somebody or you're frustrated with somebody, changing your vibration changes the reality of that relationship. These are the sort of things that you have to begin to do. And that includes every part of our lives. It is going to become less and less physical and more spiritual. So get excited and be prepared. Probably right now you're feeling these days more hermit-like, less interested in being around people, don't feel like partying. It's totally normal. I don't have all those answers, but as I learn them, I will share them with you. So for tonight, our card today was, well, now of course it's there. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, well, our card today was the King of Coins, which has been an interesting card because it's come up for me in my daily tarot probably 3 times in the last week or so. There's 70 something. Look how many cards there are in this deck, and they're all different. And that card just keeps coming up over and over. So definitely something to keep an eye on. The King of Coins is usually a businessman, not always a man, but typically. And but it can also denote your masculine side. You know, coins in my deck, they used to be called pentacles too. I just don't particularly like that word. I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to using phrases that make people uncomfortable, like the word psychic. I do not like that word, but that's who I am, and that's who I've been for a long time. So I'm going to choose a card for tonight. So I want you guys to take a minute, close your eyes, think of a question, because it's not just about answering questions that people have sent me, But it's also, this is driving me crazy, but it's also about, there we go. It's also about you having a question and me helping you with that. So close your eyes and think of your question, and we're going to choose a card here. This is for everybody. I'm actually going to choose 3. It's so funny how often. So the first card that comes up is our 6 of coins. This card is all about benevolence for your energy. A lot of times this means work, but not always, especially not recently. So if you're really running yourself ragged, caring for others, working too hard, giving too much even to your relationship, your children, your boss, your friends, your family, slow down. Take care of you. Very important. The Sun card. This is always about the love and the joy and the good things that come to us. This can mean babies too. I know yesterday was a baby card. And the Knight of Wands, which is a messenger of new beginnings. Well, not really new beginnings, but new opportunities. So if you're looking for something to shift or to change, this is it. Slow it down, conserve your energy. It's really important. All right. Let's take a minute. I always like, can you guys police my Facebook page? Let me know if anybody is having trouble and try to help them out if you can. All right. Our first question says I can use it. So the first name is Carol. Hi, Denise. My parents have recently moved in with me because they feel the need to help me. Aw, it's okay. They are my best friends. I love that. I hope my kids say that one day. They're trying to sell their home and are really worried they cannot sell it. What do you think? Okay. So, oh, and guys, do me a favor. Try just to send me one question at a time. You can send multiple emails, but I usually only answer the first question, just to be fair to everybody. I'll come back, though, if I have more time. All right, Carol. And if you're on with me, say hi, say something. I feel like they're going to do just fine with this. Interesting. Just sat here and shuffled. Hi, Lori. I have Knight of Cups, which is a messenger of love. So this is an experience that you're having with your parents. This is about you guys bonding, being together, spending time together. And guess what? Our 6 of coins again, which was the card I pulled for tonight. I have a feeling these 2 cards are going to come up a lot. I need to put them in separate parts of the deck just to be sure. But again, be careful not to run your energies ragged, or they might be with you for that reason. And the Sun card, which means a perfect resolution. So yes, they will sell their house. Oddly, I'm seeing something happening in November around the middle of the month. And then I see mid-January for something else. So it could be you have an offer in November and it closes in January. But either way, I do see the house selling. And tell them they need to release fear. Normally, I don't like to read for someone that's not asked me directly, but I feel like it's okay for me to do in this case. They need to release fear, because if you're afraid of something, then you're actually blocking the thing you want. So guys, remember that as you ask the universe for something, make sure you're not blocking the answer because A, you think you already know the answer, or B, because you're afraid of something not happening. So release all that, let go of the shore, float to the middle, teach your parents that, and all will be well. Ooh, wait a minute. And we have 9 of Wands that just jumped out of the deck. I actually think this is for one of you guys. Hi, Mario. I think this is for one of you guys. I'm not sure who it's for, but I'm being shown that there's a work issue with somebody that's on with me right now or seeing this in the future. And you're going into this again. We're going back to that concept that you're letting fear dictate. It means being prepared to handle adversity. You can see this guy is like weighed down. He's got these wands. He's just not a happy camper. You really need, I need to separate those cards out. What do I do with them? I guess I already did. But you need to release the fear. And if this work situation, I feel like it's a work situation. If you release the fear, let go of the shore. Hi, spiritual anarchist. I love it. Hello. And if you release all of that fear, then you will begin to realize what you want. And I think right now, again, watch my video. It's down below on how to repair any relationship. But somebody on the line with me right now is having a definite work issue. And I don't think it's a question in my queue. If you want to send me a question, and you can do this whether or not, hi, Brianna. You can do this whether or not you are on with me tonight, or if you want to catch one of my Tuesday nights, just send your question to info@jtp.life. That's Jamie the Psychic, jtp.life, Life. and put QA in the subject line, and Gina will put that in my queue. All right, let's look at the next one. All right. Let me just read real quick. Actually, I think I already answered that one. Going up. Okay, Donna. Let's see. Again, 2 questions. I'm only going to look at one. Thank you, AZ. Do you have any messages from my son, Donovan? I feel like he's trying to tell me something. I lay quiet on my bed. I silence the world around, but nothing. My heart feels like it's being pulled toward him. Okay. Donna, I love you. We actually share the same birthday, October 19th. Thank you guys for putting instructions. I appreciate it. You know, Donna, I think it's less about trying to send you messages as I think it's about all of us right now are undergoing a big change. And that big change is that our energy vibration is rising. You guys have heard me for years say that when you begin to understand and you raise your own vibration, those on the other side lower their vibration and you're able to connect in a different way, in a better way. That's exactly what's happening right now. So as we are all undergoing this transition, if you want to learn more about that, go down into my videos and watch my video that says special edition. That one's so key to understanding what's happening, all the anxiety. And in fact, your second question is about anxiety. At this point, what they're trying to say to you is, hey, we're here. We're with you. We're talking with you. And they want you to know that. So it's very important that as you guys go through this change and experience a higher level of vibration, there are several things that will happen. 1, you become more attractive, healthier. 2, you begin to hear and experience the ones on the other side in a much clearer way. And as we connect to that other side, as the veil is thinning, I like using that phrase, you will find more and more and more that you are going to be able to do all of the things that people like me have been doing for a while. Why was I born with a higher level of vibration? I have no idea. I guess I agreed to it before I came here. Sometimes I wish I hadn't. My back always gets sore when I sit in this position. So Donna, you're doing great. I don't think it's a particular message. I think it's one just to validate your energy, to validate your increase in energy, and to tell you to keep doing what you're doing. Again, guys, don't choose 3rd dimensional reality. Choose a higher reality. Choose to be in the 4th and the 5th, which means doing whatever you have to do to feel better, think better. Don't get angry. Don't get jealous. Don't become vindictive. If you're frustrated with someone or they're frustrated with you, take responsibility and change that energy, change that vibration, and you will be amazed. All right, let's see. Brienne. Hey, Jamie, I mentioned briefly in one of our Tuesday night chats about being intuitive and that I pick up on people's emotion often. We were just talking, oh, I missed that. Sorry, I didn't see that, Denise, if you want to paste it again. Over the past year, I've battled a lot of health issues and was wondering if you could tell me who that has crossed over has been around me. I feel my hair being played with and leg being rubbed often, and are these health issues completely gone? You know, it's funny, and Brianna, I don't know if you're Brienne, if you're on with me right now, but believe it or not, what I got instantly is a pet. So I don't know if you have an animal on the other side. Animals have souls. They are amazing, and they're not gone, you know, when they pass away or cross over as well. But I feel that your guidance and your help is an animal, believe it or not. No, not you. Not to say that it's not a human as well, but I do think that this is accurate. Justice, 3 of Swords, and the Moon. Are these health issues completely gone? You know, I have to say that I don't know that I would say completely gone. I think there's something. I got the Moon card for you, along with a couple other cards. I think that there's things that are yet in the shadows, and some of that is you. I think that you aren't always willing to do what you have to do. So a good example of this would be somebody that has celiac. You know, they have a trouble with gluten, but they just fudge a little here and there. You know, oh, I'll have this hamburger and then I'll be good for the rest of the week. And they are not realizing that every little, oh, good, awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're doing the Thrive, because that's going to really, really help with that as well. So here's my thing. I given the Moon card, it's always about opening up your nakedness. you know, taking the part of you that doesn't always want to know the truth, and take your head out of that sand. Yes, I see you. Take your head out of that sand and really look at things full force. Your health issues are always there to point the direction. Ewok and Gidget dogs. These would be animals on the other side. Are they on the other side, or are they here with us? I don't know why my instant, I mean, I guess it's possible that the energies of current animals could do that, because animals have a lot of freedom than we do. But all I know is that was the impression that I got. And this feels like a dog. Yes, we are, Lori. It feels like a dog, and it's from a while ago. So this could be like childhood, almost like a, what do you call it? Like a golden retriever or a yellow lab. It feels like a golden colored dog to me. And definitely wanting to draw close to you and let you know that he or she is there. Sorry, this is driving me nuts. That's better. I don't know why people get that little separation thing. But Brianne, I really feel that your health issues are going to abate. You just have to follow the instructions. You have to do what you're being told by your doctors, by the medical community, 100%. You can't play around with it at all. And again, I'm so glad you're trying to thrive, because it really does help with cravings and all kinds of things. So that's really good. All right, if you guys are just joining me, welcome. I'm Jamie the Psychic, and you can send me your questions. It's not too late, to info@jtp.life. AZ, if you will paste that in the comments, that would be great. And I am currently going through my list. All right. See if there's a name. Name is Derek. All right, Derek. Sorry, I missed whatever that last comment was. Hey there, I just very recently discovered you since your videos started showing up in my YouTube suggestion feed in recent weeks. That's wonderful. Oh, good, other side. So I'm telling you, you have a dog on the other side, that's who's touching out, like reaching out to you. Possibly, sorry, I forget that when people are watching this video later, you can't see my comments live. That was my live comment on my last reading. Thank you, AZ. Possibly due to the fact, let's see, in recent weeks, possibly due to the fact that my viewing habits involve videos concerning spiritual awareness and getting in touch with my higher consciousness. Excellent. I'm now devoting more time to these goals. My question would be to ask if I'm on the right track, or is there some specific direction I need to be heading? Thanks for all the positive energy you put forth into the multiverse. You are absolutely welcome. It could be a hamster. I never thought about that. I would automatically see dog or cat because that's the typical, but it could be. I do have pants on. I'm actually wearing shorts. That's okay. It doesn't matter if QA is in the subject line. We can usually, oh, Derek, hi. Glad you're with me. Good. I'm about to answer your question. So I like to joke around that the only people that actually ask me if they are on the right path are people that absolutely are. Now, truthfully, you can't get off your path. It's really not possible. If even one of us was off of our path, it would disrupt the entire universe. So for all of you watching, you are on your path. Derek, I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple cards for you. And welcome to my world. I'm really glad you found me. The universe is amazing for helping direct people the information and the people that they need at that moment. So for you, I am getting, gosh, it's like everything tonight. Derek, did you have a loss, either a relationship or someone passed away? Kind of, it doesn't have to be recently, but definitely something that rocked your world, because I'm seeing pain and loss here. I'm going to give Derek just a second to answer me. If you guys could hold your comments for just a minute. I know there's a little buffer. I think it's like a 2 or 3 second buffer. Because the first card that I pull is 3 of Swords, which would be your past card. And that is coming up as sadness, loss, sorrow. You could have even just felt disconnected from the universe in some years past. Yes. Okay. So your past card shows loss. And oddly, I think, obviously, if we were one-on-one, we could go a little deeper. But what I'm seeing is that loss has affected you. Hey, Donna, I read yours earlier. So definitely go back and watch. This is about maybe 8 minutes ago. Derek, your second card is the Moon, which again comes up a second time tonight, which always means exposure, opening yourself up. Derek, I feel like you almost feel Aquarian to me, or even Cancer. You have that deeper sort of methodical energy, but you don't like to face things that are not super comfortable or maybe even a little painful. The moon is saying that in this path, right where you are right now, it's time to just take off your clothes and stand naked, which of course is metaphorical. It means open yourself up, really, really look at the things that are hurting you. And then I see the death card, which I love, love, love the death card, because it doesn't necessarily mean someone is dying. It means that you're putting to death what has bound you or held you down. And I think you've really come to the right place with this community of believers. And that is that we are all on our path and we're trying our best, and you're not alone. And Derek, I feel like just when I connect to you, I feel you as quiet, like almost introspective and very hermit like, very alone. That's the word that I keep seeing. And I think this has to do with that risk of loving and being loved. I think you're actually good at loving, but I'm wondering how good you are at allowing others to love you. Feel free to comment on that and I could take it just a little further. But just know that you're not alone and that, yes, you are on your path. And trust me when I tell you, when they want your attention, there isn't anything you can do. They will get your attention, tie you down, and they will absolutely bring you to where you're meant to be. And you're doing great. I can see that. Time for some forgiveness. I feel like you need to let go of some painful experiences in your past and you need to heal those. Very much what I do when I'm one-on-one with people. And you guys know I don't do this to get readings. Excellent. Thank you. Derek says, I understand. Yes, you're spot on. Good. Time to release that pain. And whether you do it through a one-on-one with someone like me, or whether you just tell the universe, I'm ready for this. Again, guys, it's about letting go of the shore and floating to the middle without holding on to our pride and our silence. I think our silence is one of our worst enemies. That's part of why I'm so honest with you guys about what I'm going through. And, when Evan died, I mean, Derek, I can relate. I actually posted Evan and I a couple of days ago on my private Facebook, because every day when I wake up, I miss him, and that's never going to change. But I dealt with that pain by feeling it. And someone texted me, a friend texted me this morning. We did some work a week or so ago, and she's like, "Oh, I'm crying all the time. I'm in so much pain." And we all think, "Oh, I'm crying all the time. That's so bad." Why is that bad? If you're releasing all of that pent up pain, anxiety, fear, all of the above, then you are healing. Crying it releases toxins from the body. It helps us open ourselves up to that higher level. Healing, yes, it's that higher level of energy. You guys, when you do the Huna video, the one about repairing relationships, if you're not feeling choked up, then you're not doing it right. Really, really learn that emotion is our tie. It's our, we exist in two places. We have our higher self, where we come from, and we have our current human self. But your spirit within is tied to your higher self based on your emotions. Well, guess what? What do most humans do? When we get into pain, we don't want to feel. My daughter is so famous for saying, "Mom, this give me feels. I have feels." She hates to feel that emotion, but she's learned to just let it happen. Gina, my beautiful Gina, she's learned to go and just say, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable." Donna, boy, I haven't cried in years. Well, maybe that's what they're trying to tell you. Donna, you have to cry. We're human. Well, you guys are. And our emotion is how we begin to release. It's kind of like when you have to throw up. I know people that would rather throw up than cry. Crying is wonderful. And it's only when you're a child and you fall down or you hurt yourself or somebody's mean to you. And yeah, Derek, well, don't try. Derek says trying to reach that higher level, it's scary, good sometimes. You can't reach a higher level by trying in that sense. The only way you can do it is by releasing lower level vibrations. And that's to release pride, fear, jealousy, anger, anything that derives out of fear. If you release that and you begin to create something else, something more peaceful, an allowing, a feeling of allowing, then you can reach those higher levels of vibration, and then things flow into your life much, much easier. So Derek, welcome, namaste, and I'm just happy you're here. And hopefully throughout the weeks, I can help you in your path. All right, next question. This is from Kimmy. All right, so the question, hang on a second here. Present and future love life. Have I already met my soulmate? Okay. I have an ex-boyfriend and it's been 2 years. I'm trying to just like, it's a little bit long. Okay. 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 So basically Kimmy still has feelings for, oh, you're welcome, Derek. Kimmy still has feelings for an ex, which is not uncommon. And Kimmy, I don't have your birthday, so I don't know how old you are. I'm not gonna, I don't like to answer questions about whether you've met your soulmate. I believe that we can have more than one. I think that it's about meeting the right people in our path to guide us and to be a part of our lives, even if it's for a short period of time. I say it so often, but I've had some amazing experiences with men that there isn't one that I look at in anger or frustration because each one gave me something. But here's what I will, since you're asking about love life, we will draw a card. And again, these are often topics that are better in a one-on-one, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. All right, let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you, Kimmy, is we have Four of Wands, which is a really cool card. I pulled that earlier this week. The Empress, which I also pulled earlier this week, and the Six of Cups. These three cards together. So the Four of Wands says the winds are swirling outside, but the home life is intact. The Empress usually denotes pregnancies, children, or for a fertile abundance, fertility. You mentioned there's a lot of men in your life. And then the Six of Cups, which means thinking back to childhood. Kimmy, a message I have for you is really think back to your own childhood. What put you on the course that you're on? My book would actually be very good for you. If you'd like a copy in digital, just email info@jtp.life. That goes for anybody. Eventually that book will be on shelves and all that. But for now, if you guys want to read it, just send me an email and Gina will send you the digital. Kimmy, what I'll tell you is you have to heal your past. You have to go back to why you're choosing the way you are. Obviously, Brian was not a person that you could stay with or just did not want to stay with you. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, you're still holding on to. A lot of times, as I tell my own daughters, we hold on to the idea of someone. We're not really holding on to the actual someone. Thank you, Donna. If you're holding on to the idea of another person, you have to let go. And again, we see ourselves saying, let go of the shore and float to the middle. You need to let go. Because I had a reading this week and we were laughing because I had this great metaphor. Kimmy girl, I feel you, right? And I said to my client, I said, okay, I go, because she had the same deal. She had a bunch of exes that she hadn't let go of. And she might even be on with me tonight. I'm not sure. But either way, and she said, but I made up my mind this week after I watched your special edition video. Please make sure you go watch it, guys. It's a life changer. She said, I just decided to release all of it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to be angry about it. I'm just going to let them go. And I said, you know what you just did? And this was before she got on the phone with me. I said, imagine that you're sitting at a table, and Kimmy and anyone that's got an X in your energy. I go, imagine you're sitting at a table and you're in, this great place, and there's this gorgeous guy or girl, depending on who's listening, sitting at a couple tables over, and he or she's really giving you the eye. Like, this guy really is into you. Would probably love to send you a drink or even sit down and talk to you. But when he looks at the table, he or she sees 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 other guys sitting at the table with you. You name one guy or girl that's going to interfere when they look at a table and they see a beautiful woman or a beautiful guy sitting with a whole bunch of other partners. Okay. That's in essence what you're doing. When you hold on to an ex with your energy, what you're really telling other guys or other girls is, hey, I'm taken, bark up another tree. And he's going to go to a different table because you're not available. And anybody worth being with isn't going to bark up that tree. So do what you have to do. Really would help you have a session with someone like me. Doesn't have to be me, but somebody that can help you release this. because you've got to let go of Brian, because Brian isn't working for you. Brian probably did not work for you except to teach you something. And maybe it was simply this. Go back to your childhood, analyze, why do you have, why do you choose the person that's not right? Or why do you choose the right person and it doesn't work out? There's always an answer. And it usually relies in your relationship with your parents. Could be the first love of your life. Without talking to you one-on-one, I don't know. But what I will tell you is you can get over this. You can heal this and find the man of your dreams. I'm still hoping for that myself, but I'm also not looking at the moment. All right, Kimmy, that was for you. All right, Lori. Bit long, so I'm going to paraphrase. Let's see. She talks about her granddaughter being born in 2016. Her mom had some issues. No prenatal care. Okay, got it. So they have custody of their granddaughter. Okay, got it. Oh, so the baby mother is not your daughter. Okay, gotcha. It's your son's child. Okay, guys, try to keep these a little shorter for me, although it's nice to have more info if I do need to look back at it. All right, so some troubles with the birth mom. Yeah, so the mom is causing some issues. Gotcha. Wondering if she'll be able to stay clean, and if not, will my husband and I get Dakota back? Thank you for any info you can share. Oh, and your son is on the other side. Ugh. Gotcha. Man, that is a tough situation. Okay, so basically, if I'm understanding correctly, and if you texted me or left a comment while I was reading, I didn't see it. So Lori, wow. So your son is on the other side. Your granddaughter is unfortunately with a mom who is less than effective, and you need to know what's going to happen. First thing you need to realize is that when a child comes here, I do believe, and guys, this is what I believe. You believe what works for you. But in my belief system, we choose our parents. So Dakota chose this situation and even chose you, which is wonderful. And when someone crosses over, they're also always watching over those that are left here. So the answer to, is he watching over Dakota? Yes, absolutely. And all of you. And there's a plan and a purpose. So before I go any further, I believe you're on with me tonight. Just take a breath and let go of the shore. Just let go. Just let go of the shore. You don't have to control it. You don't have to make it happen. Even your worry. Remember we talked earlier in the broadcast about fear and how fear holds things right where they are. Let's see what's going on for you. Yeah, so we have our Emperor energy. I love this card. It's all about power, masculine energy, strength. King of Cups, interesting card to come up. This might be your husband, this might be your son, but the King of Cups is a man, usually a Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn in my readings. He's a moody king. He's very emotional. It's also usually has to do with your emotional side. So you've definitely got some emotions involved here. Understandable. And 8 of Swords. I love 8 of Swords. See this girl? She is caught in a spider web. And there are 8 swords pointing at her. She's got her eyes covered. She is stuck, right? The literal meaning, and I stole this from my friend Mitchell, is cut yourself down from the web. The number one thing I'm hearing for you is there are certain situations you cannot control. And when you can't control them, if you're constantly mired down in worry and pain in regards to them, then you're actually being counterproductive to the universe. Your granddaughter is exactly where she should be. We aren't always going to understand that. But she is okay, and she's going to be exactly what she came here to be. The best possible thing you can do is to release all that icky. Just get rid of it. Let go of the shore and trust the universe. As a psychic, what I will tell you is I think it's very possible for you to have her back, at least in some capacity. And I'm not going to go too far into this because this is a public forum. But certain things have to transpire for that to happen. And they do involve someone else's life. So I'm not going to say a lot on here, but I will tell you just to be faith, have your faith, keep the faith, because you are trying to do the right thing. one of the exercises that I do when I'm in a situation like this is imagine, and by the way, we don't get selective, your granddaughter and her mother. I want you to picture holding them up to the most perfect light. When you do that, you're not trying to influence someone else's path, but instead you're saying, I want the best outcome. You don't know that outcome. Sometimes pain and suffering is the outcome that somebody wanted when they came here. Read my book. My book talks a lot about this. Happy to send you a free digital. Just email info@JTP, Jamie the Psychic, jtp.life. Lori, my heart goes out to you and your love for her. And yes, your son is with you. And he's showing me something. It's kind of weird. It's like it reminds me of when I went to the movie theater when I was a kid. It's little round candy. It's like Milk Duds or Whoppers or those. It's like that. I don't know. Sugar babies. I don't know why that just came to me. But he wants you to know he's fine. He's with you. He loves you so much. Pay attention to your dreams because he definitely likes to come to you in dreams. And I also see motorcycles. I don't know that if he was someone who rode motorcycles, but that's what I see. Obviously, one-on-one, I could give you more, but it's just hard in this forum. But Lori B. Oh, thank you, Donna. She says, my book will change your life. It's definitely one that will impact. All right, we still have some more minutes. All right, let's see. Can I say your name? Yes. So this is for Denise. Oh, I love you, Les. My girl, Leslie. Everybody send her some great energy. She is battling breast cancer. And I don't even want to say battling. I want to say kicking breast cancer's booty. And she had her first radiation treatment today. And she is on my mind all the time, along with my friend Josie. Both of my friends going through this. And girl, I know you're going to be just fine. Lori, you are so welcome. I thought that was you. It's all going to be okay. There you go, Crystal. Sending love to Leslie. I love you, girl. All right, so this is for Denise. Hi, Jamie. My chat room is giving Leslie love. That's awesome. I'm a physician looking to change to an administrative role, but it may not be easy to do. Is this the move I should be making? I'm becoming anxious about making the change, but I really would like to. Okay, obviously, I would normally ask you some questions. Denise, you might want to consider a one-on-one with me, just because I can see some things that if I could ask you would make this a lot clearer. But let's just see what the cards say about and our guides are saying. There you go, Garrett. Lynn, thank you. Leslie, you can kick it. 10-year survivor. Lynn, I don't know if I knew that. That's amazing. Yes, she is going to be just fine. She's going to be so good. All right, Denise. My advice. God, we get that 8 of Swords again. That's Lynn. She's got her. I think it's her husband and her on the same account. So you get the 3 of Coins, Denise, which is for me in my readings. It's a card about being focused with your work. Earning where you are, earning who you are. 4 of Wands, which I think tells me that your move might have something to do with your family and wanting more time, which I think is great. 8 of Swords, cut yourself down from the web. It amazes me how the same cards just keep coming up for so many of you. Cut yourself down from the web. I'm going to say this. I don't think you can go wrong either way. However, I think I would move towards something. I'm not going to say administrative because I don't know if I like that term. That's what I thought, Lynn. I don't know if I like the term administrative work. I think that you still need to be in a position where you are making a difference. I don't see that you could go out of that. However, I want you to make a choice that's going to mean that you are able to spend more time with family. I don't know if it's an aging parent or children. I don't really know, but I can tell you, and this is for Denise, I can tell you that yes, you need to make a change. And that change is being motivated for the right reason. Cut yourself down from the web. Pull back. Really, really divorce yourself from climbing the ladder. And I think you've already done that. But I also feel like you need something that challenges you and that still feels right for you. I'm also saying you might consider writing a book or a blog. I don't know, something in there about just your specialty and who you are. But Denise, you are definitely barking up the right tree. All right, we still have a few more minutes. Teresa, just wondering if you have any messages for me. I hate to do this because guys, it helps me if you ask a specific question. Obviously, these are difficult because you're not on with me all the time. But Teresa, I'll tell you what, I will, even though I don't normally, guys, when you send me a question, ask me a question. Don't just stay general. Are you kidding me? Like, this cracks me up. I just sat here, you watched me do it. Same 3 cards I got for the other Denise. Yeah, I know, it's probably not you. 4 of Wands, 3 of Coins, and 8 of Swords. So for Teresa, I would say, well, guys, also, if something I tell someone else resonates for you, grab it. They work in mysterious ways. So just because I'm answering someone else's question doesn't mean that they're not going to speak to you directly through me. So if it resonates with you, grab it and make it yours. Teresa, my advice to you, again, cut yourself down from the web. I think you're having a work issue that's conflicting with family. Same 3 cards. I'm going to put them in different parts of the deck. Even though I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, it's just the way the deck works. But Teresa, I would say you need to deal with a work situation that's conflicting with family. I obviously don't have details, but that is the first thing I would tell you. All right, we definitely have time for at least one more, maybe 2. Brianna! Hi, Jamie. First of all, I want to thank you so much for all the work. I hope this isn't one of the ones I already did. You do. It's incredible. Thank you. I'm 22 and my birthday is May 11th. So you're a Taurus. I first interacted with you on the Cosmic Cafe for Talia. Did we do this one already? Nope. You gave me some information about my brother that became a 100% reality. Good. Vaguely, I remember this energy from that night. Now my 3-year-old niece has her father taken away from her just like I did. She cries for him at night and asks why she can't hold him and hug him anymore. I just want to know that things will get better for her and she won't have to deal with the difficulties I had to. I miss my brother dearly as he's 23 and birthday is May 24th. So he's also, no, he's actually the first day Gemini, or one of the first days. Thank you so much. Brianna, I'm assuming when you say taken away that her dad passed away. I hope I'm right in that assumption. And her dad is your brother. I'm really sorry about that. That's tough. I have 2 brothers and I cannot fathom this life without them. You know, apologize. One of the things that I talk about in my book Answers is that the experiences that we have, choked myself. Many of the experiences that we have in order to help others in the experiences that they have. Because we come from a different place. We come from a different strength. We come from different all kinds. So for example, my mom had experiences as a child that would have destroyed me. But because she had those experiences, she was like a rabid she-beast, making sure that I didn't experience the same things that she did. And that enabled me to be okay as any of us ever are, to be here with you right now. So her sacrifice in coming here, at least in part, was to help me. So right off the bat, your brother is saying to tell you that your experience is not the same as hers, but you know what it's like. You know what she's going through. You know what to say. You know what not to say. She's going to be just fine. And he is definitely watching over her. And he's with you all the time. He's laughing about the joint birthday thing that when you were kids, or it's something that you do now, but there's definitely something to do with this birthday in the middle. He says it's always in the middle. So yours is the 11th, his is the 24th. So somewhere in the middle of the 11th and the 24th, I'm seeing this really funny sort of tradition. And it might have been a tradition since he passed. I'm not sure. Also, you need to really work not to make her experience yours. I feel like you were older when your father passed. I could be wrong on that. But she's not the same. Like her reality is much softer than your reality. Don't make it worse for her by trying to mirror what you went through when you talk to her. Remember, she's only 3. She's little. So try to keep it as if you've never been through this, in the sense of how much you make it a big deal. Obviously, keep your brother's memory alive. But try to do it in a happy way. Talk so just well of him and the life that he had and just the funny, amazing things. Show her photos. You can even ask her. They're telling me, well, Brian is it Brian? Is it another Brian? I don't know what his name is. I just got the name Brian. Brianna, what's his name? I don't know why it slammed back in. I was talking about Brian earlier. But I don't know if you guys are commenting. For some reason, my comments, I don't see anything, so I don't know. But he's saying that he comes to you in dreams. And again, the dreams are really, really key. and pay attention, because he's going to guide you every step of the way. Lori, I think that was my other reading, right? I think this is for Brianna. Brianna, I think this is the same Brianna that's with me tonight and every night, every time I'm on here. Anyway, just know that he's fine. I'd like to know his first name. And he is with you, and he will continue to guide you, so don't worry. She's going to be just fine. All right. Well, guys, it is 9 o'clock. I can't believe how quickly, a bunch of Taurus is here with me tonight. I can't believe how quickly this went by. You know, you guys, you think I'm giving to you, and don't get me wrong, I am. But Tuesday nights are the nights that I live for, because the rest of the time is pretty crappy. I'm hoping that as of next weekend, or the one after this weekend, I will be back in Florida. And you guys send me great energy. I don't know if I'm supposed to get a new job or if I'm supposed to do this, but I have told the powers that be that I need my physical taken care of, that, that I shouldn't have to go into poverty and food stamps and no insurance and all that crap that I went through before to do this work. I will do this work with all of my heart, and that is not going to change, whether I get a job or whether I don't. But I'm really looking forward to getting back home. Next week, you'll see this bedroom one more time, and then it will forever not be here. But I have thoroughly enjoyed being with you tonight. I hope that you will take this week and choose 4th and 5th dimension energy, study it, read up on it. I get a new job. Yes, thank you. You're going through it too, you know. I love reading all your comments, guys. And do me a favor, these comments do not publish. Once this whole thing is over, it'll publish to my channel. Click on the video and go. You have to scroll all the way. If you're on your cell or an iPad, you got to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can leave me comments. The more you guys interact, the better. Share this video. Invite people to come and spend some time with me on Tuesday nights. Thank you, Trevor. Hi. Aw, thank you. But it'll save your comments if you put them in after we send this video out, and it goes into production on my site. I am just hoping that as time goes on, life gets easier. But just know that I am literally in the hardest 5 months I have ever been in my life, and I am still okay. I am right here. Every day that goes by, I just get up and I pray that it changes soon. But I'm doing this for you. I already know that. And we're going to get there. So remember to let go of the shore, float to the middle. This week, hug a total stranger, laugh. Thank you so much, Lori. The pack has your back. My wolf pack. Yes. Oh, I got to tell you guys the funniest thing. If you've watched my special edition video, someone commented, she said, "Thanks for nothing." And I laughed because I talk about how nothing is the new something. So if you haven't seen that video, please take a minute and watch it. A minute. It's a 2-hour video. But guys, I promise you it will change your life. And plus it'll help you understand a lot of what I'm talking about. Here's to 4th and 5th dimension energy this week. Hug a total stranger, laugh until it hurts, and remember, you are enough. And what was the other thing? Oh, let go of the shore and float to the middle. Till next week, I am Jamie the Psychic. I love you guys so much. The movie is called Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. Fantastic movie. If you'd like a copy of my book, Answers, just email info@jtp.life. For next week, or any week, depending, because I take them all. If you sent me a question, I still have it in here. Eventually, I'll get to it. I choose them at random. Welcome to all my new viewers, all my new subscribers. Please share my channel. I'm trying to build up YouTube because Facebook deleted one of my videos. Luckily, I had YouTube as a backup that week, and that's why I'm doing it this way. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing week. Namaste. Bye.